Who knows what secrets lurk behind these walls? Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most haunted hotels in the USA. For this list, we're ranking the most infamous or well-known instances of paranormal activity rumored or reported at hotels located within the United States. We'll be saving hotels from other countries for a different list down the line. Number 10. Lord Baltimore Hotel, Baltimore, Maryland. We kick off our list referencing another prestigious ranking when Maryland's Lord Baltimore Hotel was named one of 2019's most haunted establishments by Historic Hotels of America.
They're not visible with the naked eye, but some say their presence is real. Ghosts roaming the halls of iconic buildings.
The Lord Baltimore possesses a history dating back to 1928, and today's staff embraces the building's mysterious reputation, which includes rumors of dancing ballroom ghosts and elevators that operate on their own.
If there's a spirit in this room with us, okay, would they think they're being taken advantage of because they're having an event about them tomorrow?
No, they're repeating history. They're repeating their life again and again and again.
Management even offers haunted tours of the hotel, regaling guests with tales of Depression-era suicides and a creepy girl named Molly who's reportedly been seen at night bouncing a red ball down the hall.
I cannot explain the red ball, except that she's always with a red ball.
Number 9. The Moana Hotel, Honolulu, Hawaii. A murder mystery stands at the center of our next hotel, also known as a part of the Moana Surf Rider, a Western resort and spa in Honolulu. Jane Stanford, who co-founded the university that bears her name, died from strychnine poisoning while recovering in this Hawaiian hotel. Recovering from what, you may ask? Well, would you believe being poisoned again? Although Stanford was able to overcome the first attempt on her life while in her native San Francisco, her days at the Moana would prove to be her last. Today, the beautiful views of the Moana are tempered by reports from guests who claim to have seen Stanford wandering the halls late at night, trying to find her way back to the room where she died. Number 8. The Crescent Hotel and Spa, Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Marty and Elise Rennick knew what they were getting into when they purchased the Crescent Hotel and Spa back in 1997. Or at least that's what this hotel's website claims, as they fully copped to their haunted reputation.
I have to admit, I'm a little creeped out here. Now, there's a few famous pictures floating around online and stuff. There's one with a guy with a top hat?
Yeah, he might be with us right now. But yes, the full body apparition was captured just a few feet from us right here.
The Crescent embraces the fact that the Rennicks hired a pair of mediums to read the building, and that these paranormal professionals seem to sense a, quote, portal to hell on hotel grounds. The reasons behind this could be the fact that the Crescent Hotel and Spa used to operate as a hospital by its former owner, Norman G. Baker, a radio personality who pushed false cancer cures at the expense of the public.
Every morning you would get a little of this elixir and it'd be part of your cure here at the Baker Cancer Hospital.
Guests say that the ghosts of people who died at Baker's Hospital still haunt the Crescent Hotel to this day.
I immediately asked Grant to rewind the tape so I could see what we had caught on the thermal imaging camera. And upon him rewinding it, I could see a figure. I could see a figure standing right there in the door next to us.
Number 7. The Hawthorne Hotel, Salem, Massachusetts. Sure, it isn't as if Salem, Massachusetts particularly needs a haunted hotel to enhance its spooky reputation, but, doesn't hurt. The Hawthorne Hotel has actually seen its fair share of encounters with the media, as the show Ghost Hunters once investigated its grounds, and an episode of Bewitched used its elevator back in the 70s.
It changed the witch sign from an old hag witch to a pretty young witch.
But why is the Hawthorne Hotel haunted? Well, most locals and experts point to the area's major fishing industries as one reason, claiming that the ghosts of sailors and captains still live within the walls. Guests have reported hearing unexplained noises and seeing things move around on their own over the years. So anything's possible. Number 6. La Fonda on the Plaza, Santa Fe, New Mexico. There are many reasons why a building might be haunted, with one of them being the presence of men and women who died violently during their lifetime. La Fonda on the Plaza is located in Santa Fe, New Mexico, an area that saw its fair share of gunfights, suicide, and murders back in the days of the Wild West.
You're all here indulging your particular vices. And so I've come to indulge mine.
This otherwise beautiful hotel is said to harbor the ghosts of men like Judge John Slough, who was shot after an argument in the lobby, men who still walk with boots of lead and make mysterious noises in the night and wake up guests. This hasn't stopped people from coming, however, making La Fonda on the Plaza a destination for tourists and ghost hunters alike. Number 5. The Stanley Hotel, Estes Park, Colorado. If a hotel creeps out Stephen King, it just has to be the real deal, right? The Stanley Hotel was reportedly one such establishment, an Estes Park, Colorado building that was in a state of disrepair when King and his family stayed there for the night.
I always think of the hotel as this is the place where the spirits come to party. And then the history, since it's so old, the building holds energy like smoke in the walls.
The story goes that King was inspired to write The Shining after one particularly troubling nightmare during his stay at the Stanley, one where his son was chased down a hotel hallway by a fire hose.
Come play with us, Daddy.
King had also noticed how there was basically no one running the hotel during his family's stay as the only guests. A crumbling ghost house with only the essential caretakers to overlook the grounds.
Is this a haunted hotel?
I do think it's very active. Everyone has their own experiences, but you'll have to come here to experience it for yourself.
Number 4, Hotel Chelsea, New York, New York. Hotel Chelsea, often referred to as the Chelsea Hotel, may still be experiencing renovation delays, but this building's reputation precedes it, having housed countless musicians and celebrities over the years. Sadly, this Manhattan landmark has also seen its fair share of infamy, most notably being the place where the Sex Pistols' Sid Vicious and girlfriend Nancy Spungen were resident before the latter was stabbed to death. Yeah, Hotel Chelsea was sometimes a rough place, and not all of these ghosts seem content to rest in peace either, as guests and residents over the years have reported a woman's scream, flickering lights, and heavy footsteps disturbing their sleep and dreams. Number 3, Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast Museum, Fall River, Massachusetts. The next entry on our list may be one of the best-known haunted spots in America, a place where guests can relive one of the most mysterious murder cases in history.
We have schools that come here, forensics classes, law classes. From what I'm told, it's one of the most studied murder trials in U.S. history, and it's quite an amazing story in itself.
The Lizzie Borden House is a museum, tourist attraction, and working bed and breakfast, where guests can stay the night. Only the bravest dare to book the actual room where Lizzie Borden reportedly murdered her stepmother Abby, where strange noises and mysterious occurrences have been reported by many guests over the years. Sure, one could argue that perhaps anyone who stays here is basically hoping to be scared, but isn't that a part of the fun after all?
Today, you can take a 1-hour tour of the museum, and if you're feeling courageous, you can rent a room for the night.
Number 2, the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, Los Angeles, California. Hotels are the ultimate party palaces, and what better place to party than a hotel frequented by the Hollywood A-list? The Roosevelt Hotel was one such place, one that slid from golden-era glamour during the days of Marilyn Monroe to Skid Row sleaze during its declining years in the 70s and 80s. One employee of the Roosevelt even claimed to have seen Marilyn's face in a mirror when tidying up the place. Although most guests seem to find paranormal traces when using cameras and cell phones, usually capturing strange images that seem to defy explanation.
This thing is haunted, and it's a cool hotel, but it's definitely high on the creep factor.
Thankfully, the Hollywood Roosevelt was saved from demolition and continues to operate in LA today, standing as a testament to creepy, kooky, altogether ooky Hollywood ghost stories.
One thing's for sure, the Roosevelt has cemented its place in Hollywood history.
So, originally when I saw the name of this list, I was like, oh, I for sure want to stay at the real-life Shining Hotel, which is true. But then I realized I've actually stayed at the Hollywood Roosevelt, so I've already stayed at a haunted hotel. I did not see any ghosts, for the record. Oh well, there is another LA hotel that's got an even spookier reputation, so let's look through some creepy honorable mentions before we name the most haunted hotel in the United States. Bourbon Orleans Hotel, New Orleans, Louisiana. Nun and kid ghosts? No thanks. Congress Plaza Hotel, Chicago, Illinois. Do gangster ghosts live here? Admiral Fell Inn, Baltimore, Maryland. A final farewell for dead sailors.
The guy gets up in the middle of the night, looks out, and he sees a sailor in period garb, a sort of historic old weathered sailor guy sitting on a ledge, sort of floating out there.
The Sagamore Resort, Lake George, New York. The Polka Dot Ghost. The Seelbach Hilton, Louisville, Kentucky. Bride and groom wedding suicide?
I always refer to her as the fine old lady, the majestic lady. I just always have referred to the building as a her.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them.
If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Cecil Hotel, Los Angeles, California. Okay, even though the Hollywood Roosevelt was known for bad behavior during its lean years, it had nothing on the Cecil Hotel, now known in a very different form as Stay on Main. This dilapidated flophouse was infamous for being a crossroad of sorts, a place where both locals and out-of-towners would pass like ships in the night, keeping secrets and business to themselves.
In so many ways, the Cecil is like, a metaphor for the city of Los Angeles and Hollywood. It's all facade, it's all glitz on the outside, and it's got this romantic, turbulent, sinister history.
Unfortunately, a lot of bad business took place at the Cecil, from very weird deaths to drug overdoses and suicides.
You've already paid for one night. Trust me, this place will grow on you.
The hotel, which inspired a season of American Horror Story, was also notorious for serial killer residents, including Jack Unterweger and allegedly Richard Ramirez.
It was the choice hideout for serial killer Richard Ramirez, convicted of killing at least 13 people throughout Los Angeles. Ramirez reportedly lived at the hotel for months.
It's actually no mystery why this hotel takes the spooky haunted crown.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.